welcome back to Data Rant. Like we all know, we're in the fourth industrial era, and this era is highly consummated with data. Thereby, fields like data science, data analyst, machine learning, artificial intelligence are all coming up. All right, and with these fields on the increase, we are having a whole lot of buzzwords and terminologies. Things like deep learning, machine learning, data science, and artificial intelligence. I mean, these are buzzwords that are common in our day because of the massive use of data. Now, these terminologies are actually very exciting, and I mean, it is very hard to hear about a data related statement topic without getting to hear at least one of those buzzwords. But then there is something that is gotten wrong. Most of these terminologies are used wrongly. So people use machine learning in place of artificial intelligence, and when people are talking about probably deep learning, they want to talk about something else. So they get it all twisted. So today I'll try to state what each means and then try to go a little bit into detail to what each actually entails. Now, artificial intelligence basically is the ability for machines to mimic the cognitive intelligence or the cognitive ability of the human brains. What do I mean? What I mean is artificial intelligence is basically making machines to operate with the level of intelligence that humans operate with. So the tasks that humans do effortlessly, you try to help machines to actually do those tasks effortlessly. That is basically what artificial intelligence is all about. So it's just copy the intelligence of human and replicate same into machines. Now, in artificial intelligence, we have three different stages in artificial intelligence. The first one is artificial narrow intelligence. Now, this stage is the ability for machines to be able to do a specific task that a human would do. So this level of intelligence is task-based, just like the ability for a machine to be able to play snooker, or the ability for a machine to be able to play a particular game or to be able to do a particular thing. So that is artificial narrow intelligence, the ability for a machine to effortlessly and comfortably, operating with the human intelligence, carry out a particular task. Now, the second stage is the artificial general intelligence. That is a little bit above artificial narrow intelligence. Now, in artificial general intelligence, the machines operate with the intelligence of humans, but they are not limited to a particular task. They can do much more things than just a particular task. So you have a machine that is able to take decisions, to be able to handle several tasks all at the same time, to be able to play this game, to be able to play this other game all at the same time, which is a little bit advanced than the artificial narrow intelligence. The third stage, and a very exciting stage, is the artificial super intelligence. Now, the artificial super intelligence is machines operating with the level of intelligence higher than humans. So at this stage, machines actually operate at a higher level than humans in intelligence, overpowering and overcoming all the level of human intelligence and operating in that level effortlessly. Now, people seem to be scared about that stage, but like I said, it's a quite exciting stage. But currently, we are towards the end of the artificial narrow intelligence, and we are jumping in to artificial general intelligence. So that's it about artificial intelligence. Okay, so the number two thing is machine learning. Machine learning is basically a subset of artificial intelligence, and what it means is to train an algorithm with data so the algorithm can actually be able to use the information it gets from the data to be able to make informed decisions. That's basically what machine learning is. Machine learning is actually a tool for realizing artificial intelligence, because for machines to be able to operate with the level of intelligence of humans, it needs to learn from data. So machine learning is a tool that enforces an algorithm to learn from data just to be able to realize artificial intelligence. And just like artificial intelligence, there are also different types of machine learning. So the first one is supervised learning. Supervised learning is when the machine learns but with a guide. What do I mean with a guide? So we have what is known as the data set, and then we have what is known as the supposed results from that data set. So when we feed the machine with the data, we also feed it with the supposed result of that data set. So when the machine is learning from the data set, it correlates it with the supposed result, and then it learns better. This is known as supervised learning because it's a form of guided learning. You're helping the machine learn with some level of guidance. The second type of learning is unsupervised learning. Just like the name insinuates, unsupervised learning is a type of machine learning that the machine learns unguided. So you just throw a chunk of data set into the machine, and then the machine starts figuring out things by itself without any form of guidance. That's what's known as unsupervised learning. Then to the third type of learning, it's the reinforcement learning. Now, in reinforcement learning, the machine actually learns by doing certain tasks and then learning from its actions. So it's like the machine takes a step and then notices that the step is not leading it to its supposed direction. It learns that that step it's actually the wrong step and then picks another step. So it's more like a trial and error pattern of learning, but that is what is known as reinforcement learning, and it's basically used in the field of robotics. So where you see a machine stand up and it wants to jump over a thing and it tries initially and it fails, so it knows that in doing it this way it cannot make progress, so it tries it another way and it passes, and then it records that particular step it did as the way to actually scale through that process. Now this is what is known as reinforcement learning. And just so you don't get it twisted, reinforcement learning is actually a very, very exciting form of machine learning. You should check it out. So machine learning is actually a subset of artificial intelligence, and it also helps you in realizing artificial intelligence. Okay, so deep learning. Now this part is really not mentioned a lot, probably because a whole lot of folks don't know about it, but I'll just explain what it is. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. It's the same principle of machine learning that deep learning operates on, but it's just that it's a higher level of machine learning, or it's a more complex level of machine learning. So deep learning actually operates with training an algorithm just exactly as machine learning, to learn from data and then to be able to give an output or a result. But deep learning, it's actually multi-layered. What do I mean by this multi-layer? So like your normal machine learning, you have an input, it goes into, like the input is the data, it goes into the machine and then it learns and it gives you an output. But in deep learning, you have several layers in between, and that layer in between is what's known as the hidden layer. So in deep learning, we have the input layer, we have the hidden layer, and then we have the output layer where the result comes out. But within this input layer, there are several other layers. I mean, that's why it's called deep learning. There are several other layers, and these layers actually have neurons, because the goal is to be able to operate with the level of intelligence of the human brain. So just like in the human brain, we have neurons, and each of these neurons trigger different things that we are trying to learn from. So if we're looking at a picture in our brain, the neurons in our brain, there is a neuron that is triggering the eye, that is spotting the nose, and is sending the message that this is an eye, and this is a nose, and this is the mouth. That is the exact way the deep learning operates. So each of the layers have neurons that are triggering different things from the machine. So if you present the machine with data, Each neuron is triggering different aspects of that data and helping that machine to learn asynchronously and very fast, and having so much details just all at once. This is a very, very interesting type of machine learning, or a different, like an interesting aspect of machine learning, where the machine is learning different things at the same time based on triggers from different neurons. Now, it's in deep learning that we hear things like neural networks, because that operation is actually known as neural networking. So where the neurons are picking different things and helping the machine learn all at the same time. Like I said, it's a more advanced level to machine learning. So it's used in complex forms of learning, like in computer vision, in natural language processing, in image recognition, in object detection. So the ability for machines to be able to see pictures and be able to know that this is a cat and this is a dog. That is a practical application of deep learning. But just so you know, it is still a subset of machine learning. Okay, so back to data science. Data science, I mean, like I've already said before in my channel, I mean, you can check the videos that I made about what data science is. It's actually an interdisciplinary field that, I mean, leverages on data to get insights, patterns, and recognizes certain trends to be able to make informed decisions. Now, that is what data science really it's all about, but it has in between its several layers that these terminologies like machine learning, deep learning actually comes to help in fulfilling it. So data science is more like what sits, and it cuts across all these other fields that I have mentioned, talking about machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. But the goal is to be able to help machines to learn from data and be able to make sense out of it. Okay, so I believe I've been able to explain what each of these terminologies mean. So I wouldn't want you to ever mix them up anymore. Now you've gotten what each means. Apply them appropriately. If this video was really good for you, just click the thumbs up button. And if you have questions, you have comments you would like me, or you have things that you would love me to talk about, you can actually drop them in the comment section. And don't forget to share and subscribe, so you'll be the next person to get the video that will be coming up just after this. Thank you very much for having me. See you in my next video.